Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are going to go over NFL Week 15, decoding it, and you're going to make a whole lot of money with this type of knowledge, betting on these games with this knowledge. First, we're going to start with the Thursday night game, the Jets and the Ravens. The Jets could stay on 18% win percentage head-to-head against the Ravens. They are 2-8. This will be their 11th game, so someone could be 2-9 or they could be 3-8. But in this case, if they become 2-9, which means they went 2 out of 11 games, 2 divided by 11 is 18. And the numerology of the date is 18, as you can see here. Adding all the digits gives you 18. They could stay on 18% win percentage on a date with 18 numerology. Now, the Gates could stay at 45% as well with a loss, 45% win percentage as a head coach with a loss. If he stays on 28 victories, as you can see here, 28 victories and 34 losses will give you 45.1%. He could stay on that with this date. Also, the Ravens and John Harbaugh could become, if with a loss, they could become 11-3. Right now they're 11-2. They could become 11-3, and 11-3, 113 is the 30th prime number. As you can see here, and the numerology of the date of this game is 30. So there's your 113. 113 is the 30th prime. Alright. They could also, John Harbaugh could improve to 116-90 out of 90 games, 190 games. What I mean by that is his all-time record as a coach is 115-74, I believe. 115-74. This is his 190th game as a head coach. He could improve to 116 victories, or which is 61%. 116 out of 190 is 61%. 61 is the 18th prime number. 61 is the, let me show you real quick. 61 is the 18th prime number. And today's date numerology is 18, of course. Could be a factor. We'll move on to the next game between the Packers and the Bears. Matt Nagy, the head coach of the Packers, his last name sums to 61, which is the 18th prime number, as you can see right here. 61 is the 18th prime number in reverse ordinal, which means A is 26, Z is 1. You just calculate the numbers in backwards, and you just add them together with the word Nagy, and that's how you get 61. And Chicago is underdog at plus 180 on the money line, plus 180. That's your 18. That's your 18 encoded right there. On the date numerology of 18, and the head coach's last name has a gematria of 18. Gematria is new ancient numerology, which is what is encoded in all these leagues. Also, he'll be coaching his 30th game as a head coach on a date with 30 numerology. As you can see here, on the 15th, 30 numerology, he'll be coaching his 30th game. Green Bay could become 1-13. They're 10-3 right now. They could become 11-3. And 113, 113, as I just showed you, is the 30th prime number on a 30-date numerology. Also, Aaron Rodgers, his last name, the quarterback of the Packers, is 103. 103 is the 27th prime number, as you can see here in the numerology of the date, is 27. 12 plus 15. I broke down all the numbers for y'all, so y'all don't have to do it. The numerology of this date, the date of the game, is 27. Anyway, we'll move on to the Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fangio. Alright. Vic Fangio on the money line. Vic Fangio is 50. As you can see in the most pure cipher, it's 50. Kansas City was favored by minus 500 originally in the money line. Minus 500, and there's your 50 right there. Against Vic Fangio and the Denver Broncos. Vic Fangio is the head coach of the Denver Broncos. Now, if you just do Fangio, they were also favored minus 520 on the money line. Kansas City was. Going against Fangio, which is 52. That's your 52. Also, Andy Reid could get his 75th win as a Kansas City Chiefs head coach. 75th win as a Kansas City Chiefs head coach against Victor Fangio. That's 75 right there. His name sums to 75. Also, Kansas City, well, Denver was an underdog at plus 540 originally on the money line. Plus 540. Kansas City could stay on their 54th loss all time against the Denver Broncos. And let me show you that real quick. Go to head to head. City could stay on their 54th loss against the Denver Broncos. There you go. The 64 and 54. They could stay on their 54th loss. They could get their 54th, stay on their 54th loss against the plus 540 underdog Denver Broncos. That's the 54 encoded in the game right there. The money line will change. Also, Reed equals 27. Numerology of the date is 27 as well. And 72, the mirror of 27 as well. Also, with this game, Andy Reid is 46. The numerology of the date is 46. Is it 46? The numerology of the date is 46. 12 plus 15 plus 19. There you go. And with that, let's see. Also, Victor, he will most likely fall on his number in this game. But Victor is also 39. It also has a numerology date of 39 as well, as you can see here. But we'll move on to the Texans and the Titans. The Texans. Alright. Bill O'Brien could stay at 18 losses. Well, it's not really Bill O'Brien, it's head-to-head. They can stay on 18 losses head-to-head against the Titans all time. As you can see here, the 16 and 18, they can stay there and win, get their 17th victory and their 18th loss on a date with 18 numerology. As you can see here, 12 plus 1 plus 5. Also, Bill O'Brien could get his 44th loss versus Vrabel. He could get his 44th loss against Mike Vrabel. As you can see, he's 50 and 43 as a head coach. He could get his 44th loss against Vrabel. Mike Vrabel. There we go. 44. You get a 44th loss against Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Titans. So there you go. That's the 44 overlap. Also, Mike Vrabel could get his, however, Mike Vrabel could get his 18th victory as a head coach. Right now he's 17 and 12 as a head coach. He could get his 18th victory on a date with 18 numerology. On a date with 18 numerology. Also, this is his 30th game coaching. Today's date, the date of the game, the 12/15, has a numerology of 30 as well. There's a few factors there. Also 39. Vrabel is 39, as I just showed you. Vrabel is 39. And with that, we'll move on to the next game. The Eagles and the Redskins. The Eagles could get their 27th loss The Eagles could get their 27th loss against, just a moment. Eagles could get their 27th loss against the they could get their 27th loss on a date with 27 numerology. So Doug Peterson could get his 27th loss as a head coach on a date with 27 numerology. There it is, he's 35 and 26. And there's a 61, there's an 18 prime number, but he's already played those games. There's a 27, 12 plus 15, there's your 27. He can get his 27th loss on a date with 27 numerology. And the Eagles were favored. Now the Eagles were favored originally minus 270 favored on the money line, while at the same time the Redskins were plus 21, plus 210 on the money line. And there's your 21 right there if you add all the digits of the date. 12 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9. It's 21. Here's your 21 for the Redskins. Minus 21. Also, it was minus 21 favored for the Eagles soon after. Minus 21 on the money line. There's your 21 again. Eagles were favored minus 21, and the Eagles were plus 180 as an underdog on the money line. There's your 18. There's your 21 and your 18 right there. Covered all in the date, numerology of the date. This is basically all about the numerology of the date, this game. Also, notice the 46. 12 plus 15 plus 19. Notice the 46. Alright, Peterson. Alright, head to head. The Eagles and the Redskins are at, I believe the Eagles, I think the Eagles are at 46% victories against the Washington Redskins. As you can see here, if they take a loss here and make it 86 losses against the Washington Redskins, they could, first of all, they could become 6-8. The Eagles could become 6-8, and their win percentage would be at 46%. Their win percentage could be at 46%. They could become 6-8 on the year with the 86 loss on a date with 46 numerology, which is 46 is the win percentage. They would drop from 48 to 46 with the 86 loss. And yeah, pretty much how it's gonna go. We'll move on to the Vikings and the Chargers. Alright, Mike Zimmer, the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, could get his 10th win as a head coach. Also, he could become 10-4 on the year. The Vikings could become 10-4 on the year with a victory against the Chargers. The Vikings were favored on the money line minus 140 on the money line. So there's your 1-4-0 in the record 10-4. Minus 140 on the record 10-4. Just wanted to state that. Also, Mike Zimmer could get his 36th loss as a head coach. 36th loss as a head coach. Against Los Angeles. There's your Los Angeles 37, Los Angeles Chargers. He's right now at 36 losses. He can get his 37th loss against the Chargers. Against Los Angeles. And yeah. Also, Anthony Lynn, the head coach of the Chargers. Now this is simple. If you just type in his name, his first name and his surname, you get 135. The Vikings were actually favored originally, minus 135 on the money line. Originally, they were favored, so that could be a factor. That's your 135. The head coach of the Lynn, he could fall on his number. The head coach of the Chargers could fall on his number against the Minnesota Vikings, who are minus 135 on the money line, favored in this game. Also, he could get his 27th loss, 27th win on the 27th date. So he could win this game. Anthony Lynn. Let me show you that real quick. He could get his 27th victory as a head coach. You can see he has 26 right now on the date with 27 numerology. 12 plus 15. Also, there's a 46th game. 46th game as a head coach of the Chargers. 46, not all time, because he had one game with the Bills, which makes him at 46 right now. But as a head coach of the Chargers, he's at 45. This is his 46th game. He could get his 9th loss. 9th loss on the year. He's at 5-8. He could get his 9th loss on the year at 5-9. So if he gets that 9th loss, he will be the date numerology is 46 and 9. As you can see, 9 right here, 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 is 9. And the 46 is the 12 plus 15 plus 19. So he could have all that connecting to him. So it looks really good for the Vikings in this game. Also, he could get his 21st loss total as a head coach. 21st loss total as a head coach. Including the Buffalo Bills loss, the one game he coached. He could get his 21st loss on the day with 21 numerology. We'll move on to the next game. Alright, the Falcons and the 49ers. The Falcons were an underdog at plus 410. Plus 410 on the money line at the time. At the beginning of this week. At the beginning of the, when the betting odds came out. They were plus 410. Now, there are two factors to this. Dan Quinn, as his record's on the screen here, could get his 41st victory in this game. Could get his 41st victory in this game. Or he could lose this game and become 4-10. So there's your 41 right there. 4-10 or 41. But we will dig deeper on this real quick by going to the opposition, the 49ers. They play Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan, is coaching his 46th game. 46th game as a head coach. And he could also stay on 46 win percentage with a loss in this game. He can stay on 46 win percentage. And this is 46 game coaching with 46 win percentage on a date with 46 numerology. Huge 46 connections in pretty much all these games. But he could also stay on 21 wins. It's really shaping up to be the 49ers' loss in this game, because they could lose their 25th game, stay on 21 victories, Kyle Shanahan, and get, on the date with 21 numerology. Also, 49ers are actually huge favorites in this game. So there's your 25. He could get his 25th loss right there. And they were favored at minus 520 on the money line. The mirror of the 25, 520.52. And so if you did 0.25, it would be the mirror of 520. They were favored minus 520 on the money line. Also, 49ers equals 52. There's your 52. So it could shape up that way. Could be a trap game. Could be a huge victory in this game. Could be. But we'll continue on the next game between the Rams and the Cowboys. Alright, the Rams and the Cowboys. Sean McVay could get his 33rd victory. As you can see here, he's at 32 right now. He could get his 33rd victory against the Cowboys. It goes 33. He gets his 33rd victory against the Cowboys. Also, he's coaching in his 46th game on a date with 46 numerology. Could be a factor. Also, he could get his 14th loss in this game. 14th loss against the Cowboys. Against the Dallas Cowboys. He could get his 14th loss against the Dallas Cowboys. And you see the 43. 43 is the 14th prime number. So there you go. That's your 14th connection in this game. Also, Jason Garrett could stay on 66 losses. Right now he's at 66 losses for his career as a head coach. He can stay on 66 losses and get his 84th victory on a date with 48 numerology. And also it's a 66 numerology as well. So it could be a big game for the Cowboys. On a date with 66 numerology, 66, he can stay at 66 losses. 66 losses and get his 84th victory on a date with 48 numerology, the mirror of 84. Just a factor. Also, Dallas on the money line was minus 113. Minus 113. What a coincidence, huh? What's numerology? 30. What's the 30th prime number? We went over that several, probably more in this video than anything, the 113 connection. The 30th prime number, 113. There you go. And that's pretty much it to this game. The Rams were favored at 120. They were minus 120 on the money line. And Cowboys is 102. Also, Cowboys is 30 and 33. Day numerologies is 30. We already went over the 33 connection to Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams. And Sean McVay is, let's see, McVay is 26. This is their 26th game all-time head-to-head. They played 25 games between the Rams and the Cowboys. McVay is 26. So he's the perfect head coach to be coaching this game right now. And we'll move on to the next game. That's pretty much it with this one. All the riddles to this one. Listen, it's actually looking really good for the Cowboys in this game. So yeah, there's a huge 13 and 14 connection in this game. Because of course LA is 14 and 41 and 13. So we'll move on to the Bills and the Steelers. Alright, Bills and the Steelers. The Bills all-time are 8 and 14 against the Steelers. This is their 23rd game, and 23 is the 9th prime number. And the date numerology of the date is 9, as you can see here. 23 is the 9th prime number. There's your 9, and the date numerology is 9 for this game as well. Now, they could get their 9th win against the Steelers on a numerology date of 9. You see they could get their 9th victory here on the 23rd game, which is the 9 there. 23 is 9 in the prime number. They could get their 9th win on the 23. Perfect date to have a 9 connection in this game. Also, the Bills were favored in this game minus 120 on the money line. Minus 120. While the Steelers were also a favorite in this game on the same odds at minus 102. Minus 102 in this game. And if you type in this Sean McDermott, 201. There's your 201. 102012. That's your connection in this game. Also, if you just type in Sean, that's 12. That's 120 right there. There's your 201 right there. That's your 102 right there. 0 doesn't matter in numerology. Also, the date of the game has a numerology of 21. Now, shifting gears to Mike Tomlin, he could get his Mike Tomlin equals, hold on, let me type it in so that it can make sense. Equals 59. Mike Tomlin equals 59, which is the 17th prime number. And he could stay on 71 losses in this game with the 17th prime number connection. Also, he could stay on 71 or get his 72nd loss against the Buffalo Bills. He could get his 72nd loss against the Buffalo Bills. There's your 72 right there. Shifting gears to the Monday night game. Let's go to the Monday night game. The Saints and the Colts. Frank Reich is the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. He could stay on 13 losses on a date numerology. This is the 16th now. On a date numerology of 31. The mirror of 13. Also, this is the 13th game head-to-head between the teams. The teams have played 13. This is their 13th game they played coming up on Monday. And let me show you that real quick. This is their 13th game head-to-head between New Orleans. There it is, 12. They're 5-7. The Colts are 5-7 against the Saints. This is their 13th game on a date with 31 numerology. The mirror of 13. So there's your connection right there. Let me see real quick. They could become 8-5 against the Saints. They could become 8-5 against the Saints. And Frank equals 85. Frank equals 85. They could become 8-5 against the Saints. And Frank equals 85. Now Sean Payton is this is his 206th game as a coach, and he's 26. His number's 26. 206 game as a head coach. His number's 26. All right. Also, this will be okay. Anyway, Sean Payton could win his 11th game of the year. Could win his 11th game of the year. This year, and 37 is the just a moment. 11th prime number. 37 is the 11th prime number. Just a moment. Okay, well, Peyton is 28. The numerology of the date is 28. Also notice the 91 on the date numerology of 19. 19 is the date numerology. 67 is the 19th prime number. Also, Saints equals 19. Saints, the most pure cipher. Saints is 19. Also notice the 82, the mirror of 28. The 16th has a numerology of 28, as well as the Monday night game. So, could be a factor for both teams. Also, why I wanted to bring up that 37 connection, the Colts were underdogs at minus 3. No, they're underdogs at minus 370 originally. That quickly changed, but it was minus 370. That's why I brought that up. The connection to this game. Also, Indiana Monday's numerology is 47. You type in Indiana, is 47 numerology. There's a few tidbits. We'll see what happens. Bet wisely. Follow this knowledge. Go even deeper if you can with this knowledge. You win you a ton of money. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far in the video, thank you. Support me on Patreon. It's in the description. It should be in the video. And thank you guys for paying attention. I appreciate it.